Hello there. Happy Father's Day, dads, all over the world. I know it's Father's Day where I live at the moment, and soon it'll be Father's Day where you live, or it might have already been Father's Day. But I want to just share some reflections on some thoughts I've had today around Father's Day. I'm traveling through Vietnam at the moment, and I'm not with my kids, and even though I'm not a father, it just got me really thinking, and I wanted to share my reflections. So here goes. Fathers are awesome. Fathers are beautiful. Men are beautiful. Anyone who knows what I do knows that I love men. And I wanted to do this video to offer or ask maybe that people might have a little bit of a perspective shift, or a little bit more awareness, or even a re-challenge of your thoughts around men and around dads, around fathers, whether they might even be grandfathers, they might be fathers, even around sons. So my thoughts are this. My thoughts are for all those dads that aren't spending time with their kids on Father's Day. And I just ask that we be thinking of them, or at least challenging our thoughts around around these men, because I feel like I'm going to delve pretty deep here and it might trigger some people, but I feel like there's certain situations where fathers aren't around for all the right reasons. But also women, I challenge you, if you're a single mum, or if you if you just don't have your child's father in their life, I just challenge you to just have a little think today. I'm not wanting to push you or say you should be doing this or you should be doing that, but just having a little think around this man, and when you met this man, and the strengths that you saw in him, and what were those strengths? Because primarily you already were sizing this up. You know, the people that we mate, the men that we mate as women, we're already sizing them up to father our children, and we do it innately, even on a one-night stand. So I really want to sort of offer that to you today, gently and compassionately, as a mother, as a woman who is a single mother, and my children have a father that they love so much, and and I have a dad that I love so much, and I'm getting a bit emotional. So what I want to say is what I want to say, ladies, is think about the way that you treat this man, the father of your children, and maybe just challenge that, or have a little like offer some space for those thoughts, because the things that you hate, like if you're estranged, this is kind of where I'm at with this. If you're estranged from this man, the things that you hate about this man are the things that you hate about yourself. Just think about that. The things that you don't like about someone, doesn't have to be a man, are the things that you don't like in yourself, that you don't love about yourself. So if I was to put that into perspective, I might say that, you know, I might see my dad, he's such a strong man, he's a beautiful man, and but he's so balls to the wall, black and white, and sometimes that really, I just don't like it. I like to be more flowy and have acceptance for this and that, but you know what? That thing that triggers me about him is in me. That thing that we don't like about them, that they're not accepting of certain people, or that they're judgmental, or, you know, whatever it is, we don't like that about ourselves. And when we learn to like that about ourselves, then we can accept that person for who they are. And this pertains to anyone in your life. And we don't have to say, yay, come back into my life, let's get back together or anything. But we can say, I've dealt with that and I'm okay with that. Maybe we'll never be back together. Great. But that, just thinking of those strengths that this man had, that you loved, and maybe offering space for him to be around his kids on this super special day. And one tool for doing that, if it's really hard for you, is to not necessarily be thinking about nurturing any kind of relationship with this man. If you're in a really tough relation, like you're not talking or whatever, is to not necessarily nurture your relationship, or not necessarily nurture him, but nurture your relationship with him. So there's you, there's him, maybe there's your children, and then there's this thing in the middle that's just like this energetic mind thing. It's the relationship. So when you have conflict with someone, maybe you don't, come back in and go, yay, we love each other and let's all hug, because that you're going to trigger the fuck out of each other. But you could come back in and say, let's just nurture the relationship. Let's not do anything to trigger each other. Let's be like, if someone does something that we don't like, we just say, hey, I don't know if that was very good for the relationship. Anyway, what else I want to say is on this really special day, Father's Day, just be kind to dads and have compassion for them, because there's some deep hurting of men all over the world around children. And I'm not saying that women are the perpetrators, but I'm just saying we can help. We can offer compassion, and we can offer love, and we can offer space. And even if it's just for this one day, we can really make someone's life so much different. Treat people the way you want to be treated yourself. Treat people with compassion, even if they're an asshole. Love them even more when they're an asshole, because those are the people that need the most love. So if you're estranged from your dad, or if your kids are estranged from their dad, or if you're a dad and you're not sure if you should be reaching out to your kids on this day, do it. Like, it's the most, I know it's just another day of the year, but fucking hell, let's try and nurture our relationships with our dads, and let's try and offer space for men who are wanting to be around their kids, even if they might have done something that wasn't in your eyes the right thing, ladies. Just remember that at one stage you loved that man so much, and think about that. Think about what you loved about him. Go back to that time when you were like, oh my God, I want this man to be the father of my children. Go back to that time and see if you can muster up some space for him just for today. Yeah. Sending you all love. For those of you that don't know me, you can find me at zoeswain.com, and I don't want to talk too much more about my offerings, but I have a book coming out soon, and this is going to shed a lot of perspective on relationships, and tips and tools for us to build back our relationships with the man race and vice versa. And that's about all I have to say. So happy Father's Day to my dad, to my children's dad, to everyone's dad, all around the world, to all of my man friends that haven't been able to spend their Father's Day with their children, or who are going through tough times. It really touches me, as you can see, because I really, really care about men, and I feel their plight sometimes. So thanks for listening.